Hi friends from Jitashe, I'm Daniel Padim. I usually get inspiration from the experience I have in life. When I have some impactful experience in my life, I try to write a song about it. Just like when my wife went to a trip outside the country, I missed her and I decided to write a song for her, Waiting for You. So I usually I base upon those kind of real facts. At the first moment, I always try to keep the original song as it is. But eventually, I'm playing so much and some ideas end up coming that I feel it's nice, you know? And sometimes I put some of those ideas in the middle, but I tend to focus only on repeat the layers and the original arrangements of the song, you know? Honestly, I have never planned my career as a musician. It just happened. I understand here in China, most of the people, when they want to be a professional musician, they tend to go to the college, follow all the steps in order to be a professional musician. I haven't followed any of those steps, so it just happened to me. I just wanted to have fun, write songs, make an album, you know, and release it for fun. Eventually, I quit the job, started making like this professionally because it just happened to me. I have a lot of things that I overcome in the past and I still have to overcome every day. And I hope keep getting problems, technical problems on the guitar, because it makes me motivated to keep on studying, keep on advancing technically and stuff. If you are having problem, you are on the right path. You gotta work that out. There's no easy way to learn properly. I always try to play songs that I thought that I would never be able to play. So I always started from upside down. Based upon my experience, I would say that try to play something that you imagine you will never be able to play, you know. I think in a performance, when we are playing music, it should be 100% emotional. We shouldn't never be like so worried about the technical aspect, because what music is about. If we only care about the practicality of music, it becomes a sport. So music is about emotions. But in order to get to this level of like you just don't care anymore about technical stuff, you need to struggle a lot before that. Just a few musicians already got to that point where they can play freely, just feeling what the music wants to tell, you know, and forgetting everything about the technical aspect. Just a few musicians can do that, you know. It's very hard. I want to get to this point one day. I still have to work that out. I used to say that we should like play a lot to reach that. I started playing guitar around 12 years old, and I knew about fingerstyle when I was kind of 15 years old, but I was a little bit divided between classical and fingerstyle. I decided to focus on fingerstyle finally when I met personally Tommy Manuel. I met him and I saw everything he could make with the guitar, like in this style, and I thought, oh man, I will only play fingerstyle from now on, because fingerstyle, it's an open style. You can do whatever you want. You don't have to follow manual of technique. Everyone can play the way they think it's right. And we can play like pop songs in fingerstyle. We can play rock. You can play progressive rock. It's all-inclusive style. So it's very open-minded. I'm working right now, probably for a new album. I don't have enough songs still for a new album. I'm still working on that. I'll be making more concerts around Asia this year. I can still tell where it's gonna be. Yeah, I have a few projects going on this year. I hope they work out. I saw so many people covering my songs. I always like when I see people playing my songs, you know. It's always a huge honor for me, you know, when I see someone. It could be like a little kid, you know, trying like the very first steps, trying to play some of the songs. It's amazing. One of the guitars I'm using is my signature model by Natasha Guitars. I designed basically everything on this guitar. It's a Brazilian bird, Brazilian arara, we call arara. It's unique from Brazil. And I designed the headstock, which is a little different from the standard headstock from Natasha other guitars. It's a cedar top with cocoa bolo back and sides. A very important thing about this guitar, it has a maple neck with this very interesting like design here on the strip in the middle. It makes the neck very stable. As I change tunings all the time in the middle of the concert, the neck should be really stable. Otherwise I change tunings and the neck goes a little bit, you know, so it changes so much to play. I really love those guitars. Honestly, I don't use much pedals. I use audio interface. I use a lot of plugins inside my computer, which is a little bit risky, you know, because if my computer crashes in the middle of the concert, I get a lot of trouble. Hopefully it's not gonna happen. Nowadays, I'm using single output jack. It comes out like 2 signals from this output jack. I'd like to have like more outputs on my guitar, but I don't want to make new holes on my guitar. Because this is a beautiful guitar, I don't want to make holes on this guitar. So that's one thing that gets in my mind constantly. Why there's no like a jack that we could come more cables without making new holes on the guitar, you know? There's some solutions already, but I'm not satisfied with any of those. That's kind of the limitation that I still have to deal with. Regarding my system, when you use a computer, the limit is the sky. You know, you can do whatever you need, you know, inside the computer. When I saw their guitars, I saw it was being built like with a very high standard of quality. I was really proud to be part of Natasha when I was invited, and they were really open for me in order to make my signature guitar as well. I think it's important when they are open, so we changed a lot of things in those guitars, like they changed the angle of the headstock. It was a huge labor for them to change a lot of models they already had for the other guitars. They changed the angle of the headstock because with a smaller angle on your headstock, you have less friction on the nuts of the guitar. It's a really small detail that caused a lot of trouble. It was amazing that I had a chance to meet them and work with them.